I can still remember John. I met John one Saturday night when I was out with DRIME in Vancouver in my own city. He wasn't a tourist or some super unique exception. He was just a normal guy going out for a bicycle ride downtown, searching for meaning in many great places. John stopped, he watched the dramas, and he recognized that the man in the white shirt represented Jesus. He had lots of questions for me. It was as though he was waiting for someone to stop and ask him how he felt and what he thought. He understood more than I could actually explain. The Holy Spirit had done his work ahead of time, and I was just there at the right moment. I remember John saying, "I get it now. Jesus is making God available to me." He then proceeded to get off of his bike and he asked, "What am I supposed to do to really let God know that I finally get it?" I can still remember John. It's stories like that that remind us that God is working in our cities and in cities around the world. But it's the stories of the many other people too, the ones we talk to who have never heard of a loving God, or who feel hopeless, or who can't imagine grace for what they've done. It's for those stories as well that we press on. Our understanding of God's deep love for the world allows our teams to represent Christ week after week in 16 different cities around the world. Our vision for the next 4 years is to see 20 new DRIME teams get started. We want to see Jesus made inescapable in 20 new cities, not so that DRIME would make its mark in one more place, but to see Jesus represented on more street corners, so that more people like John would encounter the love of Christ simply through a drama and a meaningful conversation. We want to make Jesus inescapable, one team, one city, one conversation at a time. God is working, and we are humbled and so very grateful that He is using us.